Hello and welcome to another MCO update on Bitcoin. If you like the content, make sure you subscribe and also leave a like. That would be highly appreciated. So we are here on the daily chart and I want to take a look at the structure that's currently unfolding both here and also on the 1 hour time frame. Now what we see here on the daily chart is that the market recovered nicely from those lows in August. So we had nice recovery rallies so far, but the market only just now, I think, well, yesterday reached our resistance area. We've been watching this resistance area now for the last few days, last week, last couple of weeks actually, since the price formed the low there end of August. This has been our resistance area on the daily chart to watch, which means it's no surprise to get there. It's a resistance area. I mentioned many times that it's likely the price could move towards the 118k level. You might remember that, I showed you the VRVP. Point of control is located here around 118k. This is a level that often gets tested by price. The point of control is simply an area that was a point of interest, an area of interest. So we are on our way to that level. We might get there. It's more important to understand this level also. Well, it's not one level. I mean, yeah, it is, but it's like, you see it on this indicator, it's kind of a range around. So as we're approaching, resistance increases. So that's an important level. We were also watching this area because it's a Fibonacci resistance area, standard resistance for wave B in orange. Again, we can break above resistance, even a B wave can do that. That would not be unusual. So I don't normally expect a reaction to resistance when we're dealing with a B wave. It's simply an area to watch, okay? What else? Yeah, and also I showed you like liquidation heat maps, right, over the last few days, which also pointed to this area between 118k and 120k, which aligns perfectly with this standard resistance area. So watching this space, it will help us distinguish between the orange and the white scenarios, which are both possible. You see it here on the daily chart. The lows down here are labeled either wave A or wave 4. These are the two potentials that I'm tracking. Both can still lead to a new all-time high, one directly. Not exactly like that, probably, but just want to show you here. We could still get another high like that. That hasn't changed. Or via a larger correction and then a rally. It's just a different wave count, but my main point has been that let's first get to resistance. Nobody's got a crystal ball, of course, but we need to see how the market reacts to this resistance area. For now, there is no real reaction, okay? So all scenarios remain in play. So we can continue to focus further on higher prices in the very short term, as per the short-term chart, right? That's where the larger time frame here is for context, so that everybody understands there are still bullish scenarios available here for Bitcoin, Ethereum, and others. And on the smaller time frame, we then have to track, well, the micro movements, micro resistances, and micro support. So let's take a look at the shorter time frame chart as well. And good news is, we've now reached the target area I communicated over the last few days, right? So what we wanted to see was a move towards the blue zone. And that materialized late yesterday. The price has reached this zone, which is a standard target area for the C wave of wave B. Now, some of you might be wondering, how is that different from the larger resistance area? Now, you see the larger resistance area is a little less accurate. It's just an area that is defined based on standard guidelines. And then the internal structure here that we defined in orange, but also in white. White shows how a 5-wave move would look like. But again, we first need to see if we can actually fill in the B wave resistance, or the B wave pattern actually, as an ABC structure, and then in the C wave, actually 5 waves, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So in this orange scenario, we could also get one more high, but this is based on the length of the A wave. And then we define the length of the C wave based on that. And yeah, this was the zone to watch, right? And important also to note that the way I have defined it right now is actually based on that triangle I had defined, right? But again, that just goes too much into detail now. Important is we reached our target area I defined a few days ago, and we have seen the first reaction. Okay, a very first small, tiny reaction, not really large enough to notice on the daily chart. So, of course, we've reached now the 100% extension. A top could now be in. What the Elliott waves allow us to do is to identify which support area is now relevant, and it's between 113,500 and 115K. This is our nearest Fibonacci support area, currently being tested. Yeah, the price now started to move towards this support area. So if we now see maybe today a little bit more of an extended correction wave 4, then we could possibly see another high. So we'll see if this unfolds today, maybe over the weekend. We'll see. I mean, could be a wave 4 now that's unfolding. I'd like to see one more high here in this B wave. We'll see if we get a reaction to this micro support area. The levels are being respected so far. You see that the market has reacted to the 100% extension. So we'll see if we also get a reaction to this micro support zone. Yeah, and then the next resistances are around 117,670 and $118,500. These are the next Fibonacci resistance or extension levels to watch. And yeah, I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you're interested in additional updates, make sure to check out our membership for a lot of additional updates, education, macro updates, and much more. And also, you can get some additional updates and other stuff on X. There are analyses that we don't always cover on YouTube, so feel free to check it out. The link is in the description and in the comment section, and here you stay up to date as well. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.